Hello students, how are you all? Welcome back. Today we are going to see chapter 6 from history, that is towns, traders and craft persons of the medieval period. So without wasting our time, let us move on to the topic. First one is administrative centers. Now the towns as administrative centers. Okay. A town may be a temple town, administrative center, a commercial town, or a port town. These are the four different varieties of towns existing. Even today it is existing. But we are talking about the medieval period, isn't it? So in those days, the town, it may become famous because of the temple over there or because of the administration. It may be the capital city. So for the rulers ruling over there, then it may be a commercial town whereas the business was flourished, or it may be very popular, or it may be a port town. So port is also required, and through that you can import and export can be easily done. So the temples, there are four different categories of temples. One is the temple town, another one is administrative center, another one is commercial town, or it may be a port town. Say for example, this is, as I told you, medieval period. If I compare now, so temple town, so the best example, it may be Mathura, Vrindavan. Okay, it is considered as a temple town. Or as in Gujarat, that is Somnath, Dwarka, it's a temple town, isn't it? That town that become famous or important because of the temple existing over there. Due to that temple, that place has got, or I can say, the recognition. Second, administrative town. As I told you, Delhi is an administrative town. Is it? It's the capital of our country. And if we see Gandhinagar, it is an administrative town. Third one, a commercial town. Again, Mumbai is a commercial town. Kolkata is a commercial town. Whereas Ahmedabad, Surat is also a commercial town. Isn't it? And a port town. So port in those days, Surat was a port town. Mumbai was a port town. That is, Kandla port is there. Then Cochin. So many ports were existed, and that place has become important because of the port existing over there. Many towns combine several functions of the administration, temples, commercials, and craft productions. Means some are all in one. It may be Mumbai nowadays. It is all in one. It is a commercial town. It is a business town. It's not you can say temple town. So it's not a temple town. So, and it is a port town too. Capital towns exhibit architectural developments in the form of palaces, pavilions, that is halls and auditoriums, and then courts, and then barracks, that is military quarter, etc. So we are talking about the capital towns. It may be the Chalukyas, the capital of the Chalukyas. It is Badami, isn't it? The Mughals, their capital. Okay, it may be the capital of any of the kingdom. It may be of the Rajputs, or it may be of any other kingdom. So every kingdom, they had their own capital, and their capital place that exhibit the architectural development in the form of palaces. They might have constructed beautiful palaces, and the pavilions, or the court, or the military headquarters, etc. Bustling markets, efficient water supply, multi-occupations are the features of these towns. Why these towns, they become famous or bustling? Bustling means very busy, always busy town. Why it is busy? Because of the market, because of the efficient water supply, and because of the multi-occupations, different types of occupations available there. Because of all these towns, because of all these things, our town become very important. Now let's move on to the next topic. Temple towns and pilgrimage centers. The first one, as I told you, temple town. So the town, temple, they are associated with, and pilgrimage centers. pilgrimage तीर्थ यात्रा, सो चार धाम का यात्रा करते हैं, है ना. सो काशी जाते हैं, या फिर इवन दिस गोइंग टू वैष्णो देवी, सो देन तिरुपति बालाजी. सो इट्स अ पिलग्रिमेज सेंटर. Temple towns represented an important pattern of urbanization during the medieval period. So, during the medieval period, the temple town, it has represented an important pattern of urbanization. Urbanization means urban, मतलब नगर, नागरिकता, और वो जहाँ मिलेगा where the temple is existed. Then temples were central to economy and society. So temple is a source of income. Why? Because people will come from different places, maybe different countries, and they offer dakshina. When they come, then so many associated business will flourish, because they may help, they may require transportation, they may require guide, they may require to stay. Means for some time, so for that hotel business may be flourished, or any other things. So it may be transportation, they may need transportation, cab, like that. So temples were central to economy and society. Then under the patronage of rulers, under the patronage means the help of rulers, the temples were endowed with grant of land and money. So the rulers, they used to give certain portion of land as a grant to temples, as well as certain amount of money as a grant to temple for its development. Pilgrims also flocked for donations. Flock means ऐसे दान पेटी पे ऐसा करते थे, फ्लॉक करते थे ऐसे. They also, the pilgrims, they may come from different places, and when they come, they used to put money, they used to give donation to the temples in the form of money, gold, like that. Now modern technologies, I think it is so these temples developed into townships like Vrindavan and Tirumalai. So Vrindavan is a best example for North Indian temple. It's a North Indian temple, and Tirumalai is for Tirupati, that is South Indian temple. And many rulers like Chauhans and Mughals developed these towns as their capital headquarter. So Tirumalai and Vrindavan, it has become the capital for many of the rulers. So it is a temple town plus as a capital town as well. So let us see the images of Vrindavan and Tirumalai, Tirupati. Some of you might have visited both the places, or some might be at one place, or some at another place. So it's Vrindavan, and another one is Tirumalai or Tirupati, that is in south. Okay, now let's move. A network or small towns. Small towns emerged from large villages during the 8th century. Yes, of course, we know that earlier people, they were moving from one place to another place in search of food, water, etc. Then they started to stay at one place, and when they stay at one place, slowly the concept of villages developed. And once these villages developed, several villages joined together and has become a town, isn't it? So several large villages joined together has become a town. These had mandapika, or you can say mandapa, where the villages brought their produce to sell. Mandapika is a place where the people, they used to come to sell their produce, whatever it may be, the vegetable, it may be the food grains, whatever they wanted to sell, there they used to come. Here what we can say nowadays, it is the market. We go to market to purchase something. We go to, especially for food, we go to food market, or you can say food court. It's okay sometimes, and we go to Shaniwari market. Now it is no more, isn't it? And Shaniwari market, or you can say if you wanted to purchase vegetables, you go to vegetable market, fruit market, for flower you go to flower market. So like that. Market streets, they called hatta, lined with the shop. That means market is a place is lined with the different types of shops. See, we are talking about medieval period. We are not talking about the present period. The present, you can say that all things are available at one place. That is called mall, isn't it? Or in every gully you may have different things available, isn't it? So in those days, these marketplaces, they were called as hatta. Artisans means those who are expert in particular art. It may be basket weaving, it may be pottery, or it may be any special skill. Artisans like potters, oil pressers, oil press करके उससे क्या निकालते थे, oil निकालते थे. Then sugar makers, smiths, goldsmith and blacksmith etc. lived in the towns. Later, Samantas or the Zamindars lived in a fortified palace in or near these towns. Means fortified means what? अपने मतलब जैसे कि अभी हम जो अपने घर में रहते हैं, चारों ओर से और तीनों ओर से उसमें क्या है, कंपाउंड वॉल है, तो उससे बड़ा वाला है, अच्छा वाला, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज फोर्टिफाइड. अच्छे से तार वाला, उससे क्या करते हैं, उसके फेंसिंग टाइप. And they levied on taxes, artisans and the articles of trade. Articles of trade में जो levied means taxes, इनको tax भी लगता था, and by that taxes these people they levied taxes on traders and artisans and articles of trade. So even whatever the traders, whatever they may carry the business, for that they have to pay tax, and whatever the things they prepare, for that they have to pay tax, and the articles of trade, import and export, everything they have to give, or I can say tax. Now this is called Mandapika. Mandapika is a mandapa where these people they come to sell their produce. So it's like mandapa type. It's a टेम्पल में ये क्या था, इट्स अ टेम्पल स्ट्रक्चर, क्योंकि वो फेमस था इन दोज डेज. डजंट हैव अ सेपरेट प्लेस, मार्केट प्लेस, जस्ट लाइक व्हाट वी हैव टुडे. Sorry, another one image you might have seen. This is hatta in those days. Is also a marketplace. It's lined with so many you can say shops एक साथ. Okay. Then traders, big and small traders. Traders like Banjaras. It's a Banjara community. They keep on moving from one place to another. किसी को सप्लाई करते थे, किसी से लेते थे और किसी को सप्लाई करते थे. They are the Banjara communities. Formed association or guild. You have already studied this in class 6. So what is guild? It's a association of traders. It's called guild to protect their interest. They travelled on caravans. I will show the image what is caravans, and crossed many kingdoms and forests. Who we are talking about? The Banjara community. And Manigramam and Nana Desai were two famous guild. And what is guild? Guild, the association of traders. They are called as guilds. Chettiars and Marwadis, Oswal were other major trading groups. We have seen the Banjaras, we have seen the Manigramam, we have seen the Nana Desai, Chettiars, Marwars and Oswal. They are all the trading communities. You might have already heard one more. What is the trading community of Gujarat? It's called Baniyas. That we are going to see. Then there were Gujarati traders from Hindu Baniyas and Muslim Bohras who traded overseas. Overseas करते थे मतलब विदेशों में व्यापार करते थे. So Baniyas as well as the Bohra Muslims. And they sold textiles and spices in exchange of gold and ivory. So what they used to sell? They used to sell textiles and spices, and उल्टे क्या लेते थे उनसे? Ivory and gold. So here we have studied about the different trading communities like the Banjaras. They used to move from one place to another through in many kingdoms and forests, crossed many kingdoms and forests, and they travelled in caravans. And Manigramam, Nana Desai, then Nana Desi, Then Chettiars, Marwars, Oswal, Baniyas and Boras, they were the important trading communities of medieval period. Even today Baniyas are there, isn't it? Boras also. This is Manigrama, one of the trading community. So they keep on moving. You can see their animals and all. Traders in fact. Then this is caravans, traditional traders. Say they used to carry like this. They used to load the goods or the materials on horse, and this is they are called as the caravans, and sometimes like chariot type also. Then Arab, Persian, Chinese, Jewish, Syrian, Christian traders lived in the town on the west coast. On the western coast, all these things, Arab, Persian, Chinese, Jewish, they used to live. The craft persons of Bidar or Bidar is in Karnataka, were famous for their inlay work in copper and silver that came to be known as Bidri, that is Bidri work. The craft persons or the craft work of Bidar, it came to be known as Bidri work, that I will show you in the image. Vishwakarma community consisting of विश्वकर्मा कम्युनिटी मीन्स उसमें कौन आते थे सो इसमें आते थे गोल्ड स्मिथ्स देन ब्लैक स्मिथ्स देन ब्रॉन्ज स्मिथ्स देन मेसन्स देन कारपेंटर्स दे वेर इम्पॉर्टेंट इट्स अ विश्वकर्मा कम्युनिटी गोल्ड स्मिथ ब्लैक स्मिथ ब्रॉन्ज स्मिथ्स देन मेसन्स एंड कारपेंटर्स weavers like Saliars or Kekolars emerged prosperous during this time. So weavers, two types, two famous. One is Saliars and Kekolars. Then Vishwakarma में 4-5. Then they were very famous. This is Vijayanagara Empire. Vijayanagara Empire में why we are talking about Vijayanagara Empire, that is architectural splendid of Hampi करके है, that is why we are talking about the Vijayanagara Empire. Okay, in the this is Bidri work. So इसे बीदर में करते inlay work, that is inlay designs, that is Bidri work. The architectural splendor of Hampi where it is in Karnataka and it flourished during the time of Vijayanagara Empire. That is what the image of Vijayanagara, once again I will show you. Hampi, it is Karnataka, well fortified city, formed the center of the Vijayanagara Empire. Distinctive architecture of Hampi can be seen on royal complex with splendid arcs, domes and pillars and halls. Let me show you afterwards. Orchards and pleasure garden had sculptured motifs. Then Hampi bustled with commercial and cultural activities too. So Hampi is also very famous as a commercial city as well as famous for its cultural. Hampi Utsav करके अभी भी famous है. Then temples were hub of cultural activities. So I think it is there. The Mahanavami festival is an important celebration here. Even today we can see on DD channel that Mahanavami festival. So Hampi festival करके it's now also it is existing during Navratri, very famous. The king received the guests and accepted tributes from subordinate chiefs on the Mahanavami platform. So what the king used to do, why this Mahanavami festival is important? Because the king used to receive the guests and accepted tribute from the Samanta, subordinate. क्या करते थे पूरे साल में, जैसे दिवाली में हम एक्सचेंज करते हैं गिफ्ट, तो ये आपको पता होगा, तो दिवाली में गिफ्ट देते हैं साल में एक ही बार उनको खुश रखने के लिए. ऐसे ही सबॉर्डिनेट जो किंग है अपने किंग को खुश रखने के लिए साल में एक बार, दैट इज ऑन महानवमी फेस्टिवल में, उसको ट्रिब्यूट देते थे, उनको गिफ्ट देते थे एंड पूरे साल वो राजा उसके ऊपर अटैक नहीं करता था, उसको सबॉर्डिनेट, उसको खुश रखता था. दैट वाज द इंटेंशन. And defeat of Vijayanagar by the Deccani Sultans in 1565 led to the ruin of Hampi. Now I will show you the image of that Hampi Vijayanagar Empire. You can see that is a flourishing Vijayanagar temple. Okay, Hampi, the this one temple bhi hai usme. Okay, Bidri work, administrative architectural splendor of Hampi. So this is Mahanavami festival, or you can say अभी तो हम बोल सकते तो दशहरा फेस्टिवल जैसे मैं. So thank you for watching this patiently, and you have to learn, you have to go through your textbook as well. Don't ignore the topics which we covered. So on daily basis you have to read. Thank you for watching, and keep learning and keep watching. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice time.